Beautiful people of the internet, how are you guys doing today? Hopefully great, and welcome back to another Warframe video. Here we are going to be talking about how you guys can go and acquire the brand new resource called Pix Chips. Now if you didn't know, this is a special resource that was introduced with Warframe 1999, and essentially you can go and use this particular resource to go and buy the brand new overpowered arcanes. The one I'm in particularly going after for is one called Arcane Hotshot, which gives you 300% critical chance just by hitting the enemy with a ton of heat damage. Lots of synergy that can happen there if you've been playing Warframe for a very long time. Now in order to go and get this resource, we have to go and meet a few requirements. First and foremost, you need to go and get yourself to rank 5 with the Hex Syndicate. The rank 5's rank is called Pizza Party. Now there is a bit of a special requirement for rank 3. I have made a video about that. If you guys would like to go and get more information on that special trick to it, or the special mechanic, there will be a link down in the description to that particular video, and of course as always it'll be suggested to you guys at the top right. So first things first, get yourself to rank 5 with the Hex Syndicate known as Pizza Party. Once you guys have hit rank 5, you then will be able to go and speak to a particular vendor. Her name is Kayla Vesco, aka Nova. Now if you guys are not rank 5, then she won't even speak a single word to you. So make sure that you are at the Pizza Party rank. Once you guys have actually hit the Pizza Party rank, you'll then have access to this particular vendor and her wares. So as you guys can tell, here is what she is currently selling, and we're mostly concerned about Arcane Hotshot. In order to go and get Arcane Hotshot, you simply have to go and trade in 5 pixel chips, and you can only do 1 purchase per week. And of course you do have a small chance of getting this particular arcane once a week in the mission, so good luck on that. So once again, you can only buy it once a week. Now the actual acquiring of the resource is a little bit more complicated than that, and there's of course another additional step. What you guys need to then do is click on this thing called Temporal Archimedia. Just like the previous DLC or the previous update we had, where it was what was it called, Deep Archimedia, where you'd go and fight in Albert's laboratory. This works exactly the same. So as you guys can tell, here are the rewards. Now by default you won't actually see this particular part because you'd have to go and unlock the actual elite variant. But when you guys stumble upon this mission for the first time, you'll see that the elite version of this Archimedia is locked. And in order to go and unlock this elite Archimedia, you simply have to go and run a particular loadout depending on what the game certifies. So in this case, if you guys are watching this video in the future, the loadout will be different. So in my case, I have a choice between either Titania, Protea or Vauban, and the primary weapon of choice is either Comb, Altonox or the Bolter. Once again, if you don't have a particular weapon, it'll tell you that you don't own it. And the same can be said with the secondary, and the same can be said with your melee. On top of a custom loadout, once again this custom loadout is different every single week, so if you guys are watching in the future, it'll definitely be different. The same can be said with the actual personal modifiers. So this week we are going to be running with the following modifiers. Ability durations will be reduced by 50%. Ability overload, using an ability opens up a void rift nearby which does explode and damage you. Gear embargo, which means that you can't go and use not pizza, but you guys know what I mean, the energy pads or whatever, you can't go and use those or any form of gear. And dull blades, which basically lower your melee combo chance by 50%. So essentially you guys want to go and run a custom loadout with all of these debuffs on, and then complete every single mission. Now doing this will then unlock you with the elite Archimedia. Okay, as you guys can tell, you can toggle it on and you can toggle it off. So essentially this is what you guys are going to be looking at. So once you guys have actually completed the regular version with this custom node and with all of these debuffs, you'll then be able to unlock the elite version. Doing so, you'll see that you guys are now entitled to even more rewards. And once again, completing all of these with all these debuffs with a custom loadout, then you'll be able to go and get standard chance of getting yourself the Pix Chips. As you guys can tell, if you have the full loadout, this bar will then increase all the way to the very end, allowing you to get all the maximum rewards. In this case, you'll be able to get 9 plus, what else was it, 9 plus 6 Pix Chips, which equals 15. Then on top of that, you'll then have a chance of accessing this particular reward pool. As you guys can tell, you have a chance of either getting a Tower Forged Archon Shard or you guys can go and get yourself the rarest part of all, which would be the arcane hotshot, or whatever you guys see as a rare reward. In my case, I just want arcane hotshot because it is insanely powerful, and I could see so many broken combos that can happen. Currently, I believe it is going for 1,000 platinum on the market just for a full set. And I don't blame the Warframe community, because you need like 21 arcane just to go and get a full set. It's going to take, I believe, 21 weeks, because you can only get like, you know, one arcane if you're lucky enough to get maybe 2 or 3. But essentially, that's what you guys need to do. Fight these enemies at your most weakest part. You know, these enemies are going to be between level 475 to 500 with all these debuffs plus a custom loadout, which you probably haven't even added any Forma to whatsoever. So it's going to be a little bit tricky. Sometimes these debuffs can be quite annoying, but hey, we did want endgame, and here is the content that we did ask for. However, I don't really feel that the enemies are that strong. I don't know if it's because a lot of my builds are insanely OP, or is it because have the enemies, you know, overall armor have been cut down. Because I remember there was a armor rework not, you know, many moons ago. But essentially, ladies and gentlemen, I make some pretty awesome Warframe content. So if you guys would like to go from 0 to hero as fast as humanly possible, go ahead and take a look at the rest of my videos. There will be some links down in the description, and of course it'll be suggested to you guys at the top right. Do remember to leave a like on this video. It always helps me out substantially. Spartan, click the subscribe button for more Warframe videos and streams. I'm make like a banana and split. See you guys in the next Warframe video. I'm out. Peace, and have a good afternoon or day, depending on what time of, you know, what your time zone currently is.